Hello and welcome back to Trojan Sports Now. I'm Seth Carpenter, and today I am joined by softball head coach Beth Mullins. Thank you for joining me today.
Thanks for having me.
First, I want to start off by saying you had a lot of seniors graduate last year. You have 4 seniors this year, but 8 freshmen. Talk about how they have fit in with the team and how that's went.
It all starts at the top. I mean, we've got 4 great seniors that have been here since I've been here. They know the culture. So if you've got that at the top, then they're going to filter that down to the freshmen. And our freshmen are extremely talented. I mean, I'm really excited about them. I think we're going to have a lot of new faces out there that people are going to get to know and really enjoy watching. But our senior leadership, I give them a lot of credit. I mean, I don't think if you went and watched us practice right now, you would have a clue who was a freshman and who was a senior. So that starts at the top with them, and they've done a great job.
And how have they stepped up? How has their role changed from last year to this year?
I mean, just taking it upon themselves to be, those role models. I mean, for the younger kids. I mean, we selected captains at the beginning of this spring, and Katie Webb and Logan Calhoun, who Logan's technically a redshirt junior, but she's been here for 4 years, were elected. And there's no 2 better people I'd want to have that, because they've been here, they've done that, they've been through the good and the bad, so they have all those experiences to share with everybody else. And I just think they have a lot of respect, and I think it's helped a lot with our team chemistry and just the work ethic. So.
And as a senior myself, I've seen those 4 players grow throughout my 4 years here as well. How have you seen them grow and mature from freshman year to now in their senior year?
I think just experience. I mean, they have had their first year was, we didn't have a great year, so they've seen that, and they made a decision that they never wanted to have that happen again. So since that year, we have done nothing but get better and better, and that's just making decisions. We talk about that all the time. I mean, they just have made just some decisions to step up and just be the leaders that they are extremely capable of being, and they want what's best for this program. So they're completely bought into our culture. I mean, they're all about excellence, family, and grit, and they embody that in every day.
And you don't have to be a senior to be a leader either. How have some of the sophomores and juniors stepped up as well?
Yeah, I mean, we honestly talk about that all the time. Everybody's a leader. I mean, you can be a leader positively or negatively, and there's really no in between. And so every single person on this team, including the freshmen, including the newcomers, are leading all the time. And I think that's just our job as coaches to make sure we have one vision, and I think we do. I think, like I said, excellence, family, and grit are kind of our core values, and they're all bought into that. And so they all lead with those 3 things in mind.
And what are some of the lesser-known names, maybe freshmen, some sophomores that didn't get a whole lot of playing time last year but are stepping up into newer roles this year? What are some newer names that Trojan fans can look forward to?
Well, I mean, really all of them. I mean, that's an extremely talented class, and we brought in some transfers that have really, Candela Figueroa, who came from Chipola. She's an Argentinian that's just a great, not only amazing on the field, but just great off the field. Tate Mosley, who transferred from Auburn, is going to do really great things for us, and she's had a great fall in the beginning of the spring. Some freshmen, I mean, really all of them. I mean, Jade Sinnis kind of stepped in and has been great from the beginning. Mia Jenkins at the, can just hit. But I can name every single one of them, and I think they're going to be an impact. I don't think anybody is not going to be out there at some point getting some valuable experience and just going out there and competing.
Yes, ma'am. And I'll get to Leanna Johnson here in a second. But I want to talk about freshman Libby Baker, pitcher coming in. She had a 0.27 ERA, which is just ridiculous number. Her senior year in high school. How has she adjusted to the college game, and how is that process going?
What's great about her is she's from Skipperville, Alabama, so she's 30 minutes down the road, kind of like Leanna. They're both local kids that love Troy University, and I think that's key. And she's a dual athlete, so dual role athlete, so she pitches and hits, and she is extremely talented at both. And she's stepped in, and she's probably one of, if not one of the, hardest workers on our team. And when you can get that out of a freshman. But I'm excited to see her. I think a lot of people are kind of like Leanna her freshman year. There's going to be a lot of people from this area that know her and are going to be really interested to see how she goes out there. But she's been great. I mean, she has walked in and had an open mind, and her and my pitching coach, Holly Ward, have done a great job in the bullpen. And she just does some things at the plate that you just can't teach. So she's got crazy power.
And a 30-minute drive means just more Trojan fans
That's right.
to come along.
More butts in the seats.
Yes, ma'am. And how is she going to fit in next to Leanna as sort of that duo combo that you mentioned?
I mean, we really have a complete pitching staff. What's great about them is Leanna, Libby, Kinsley, and Haley Postel are all completely different. So you can really, if can throw any of them in there at the, any time. What's great about Libby, comparing to Leanna is Leanna throws more up and Libby throws more down. So, they both are competitors. They're both, like I said, local kids that just want to be great for Troy. And so I think everybody's going to see both of them. I mean, we're going to give Leanna the ball a lot, but so will everybody else. You cannot just do it with one person on the mound. And I think that's important for everybody to know. You've got to have a staff, and I think they're all bought into that.
Yes, ma'am. And speaking of Leanna's freshman of the year for the Sun Belt. What are your expectations for her going into the year, and what are the expectations that she has for herself?
I mean, she has it. We talk about it all the time. She's just an ultimate competitor. She wants to be great. She doesn't want to be great just for herself. She wants to be great for Troy, and she wants to be great for her teammates. So when you have a kid like that, they're going to do nothing but get better. And like I said, we brought in a new pitching coach in Holly Ward, and she has done great things with Leanna with, improving some things, and she's been in the bullpen and she just wants to get better. So it's not even the expectations for herself about just for what she can do for herself. It's really, she just wants to be great for this team, and she's shown it by all the work, and she's been extremely coachable. So she's just a bulldog. So I'm excited to give her the ball.
And y'all went 37-20 last season, program record for conference wins in the season with 19. Do y'all have those same expectations going into this season, even though it's a younger but still equally, if not more, talented team?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, they're not satisfied. I mean, we did not have a great showing at the conference tournament, and I think that's been eaten at us for a while. I mean, yes, it was a great season, and we had some great seniors that are not here anymore, but their legacy has carried down. So, we talk about being the standard all the time, and this is Team 27, so Team 26 set a new standard, and Team 27 is going to want to raise that and be the new standard. So it's a competitive thing. Like they want to win the conference, and that's our goal.
And speaking of conference, y'all did have an amazing season last year, but y'all did come up short in the conference tournament. Is that part of the goal this year, making it to the conference tournament and making it to finals, winning conference tournament? Is that part of the goals this year?
I mean, our ultimate goal is to make the NCAA tournament. There's different ways you can do that. You can win your tournament, or you can be in it large. And, if you back that all the way to the small things, is what we focus on. It's doing the little things right now in practice. So if we sit there and worry about the conference tournament right now, we're not going to take care of what we need to. So we haven't really talked about, we know what our ultimate goal is, but, taking it 200 feet at a time and one day at a time is going to be important, and walking out on the field February 7th and knowing that game is just as important as game 56 is going to be what is going to be important for this team.
Yes, ma'am. And out of those 37 wins that y'all had last year, 19 of them came at home.
Yeah.
Talk about the home field advantage that's been generated around this team.
Well, we have a lot of kids from Alabama, and we have a lot of kids from Georgia and Florida, and I think when you can keep the kids from the area close, you're going to get a lot of fans, because they're from here, and they're proud to be here, and they want to be here at Troy. And we talk about the total Trojan, and I think our fans appreciate that. I mean, we've got a lot of local kids, and we've got a lot of kids from just the surrounding area that I think a lot of fans are going to want to watch. But also, when they come, you need to win, and I think that's happened recently, which it's just an exciting sport. I mean, I try to explain to people, there's no admission, so it's 2 hours of free entertainment, and these girls are going to be exciting to watch.
Yes, ma'am. And going back to your hitting coach days at Mississippi State, every single season it feels like the team's batting average keeps improving, more RBIs, more home runs, more scoring. How do you look to improve on that from last year to this year?
Just keep bringing talent in. I know that sounds crazy. People said, how do you hit? Is you recruit kids that can hit, and I think we've done that. I mean, our freshman class can hit, and our seniors can hit, and everything in between can hit, and they're really bought in. I think, Coach Smart, Taylor Smart, and I have done a good job of kind of getting on the same page this year, and I think the girls have really bought into some of the ideas we have for the offense, and I think we're going to, do a really good job of crossing the plate as many times as we can, and like we said, hopefully more than the opponents do.
Yes, ma'am. Well, thank you for joining me today, and good luck on the season.
I appreciate it.
Stay tuned for what's coming up in Trojan Sports right after this.